synonymous with the decay of religion, okay? The law, okay, that God handed down to us, which fades into a mere form, losing touch with life and thus losing power to actually guide people the way we were supposed to be guided. So what does the text tell us happens next to Jezebel? Now, we know she dies violently after being thrown down from the top of her own home. This comes to pass because a prophet by the name of Jehu takes responsibility and refuses to budge from saying stop to Jezebel's wickedness. Now, her body, okay, is trampled by horses and then eaten by dogs. Now, Ahab dies after being struck by an arrow in battle and bleeding out. Ooh. Oh, I don't like this. Not that I like that Jezebel was trampled by horses and eaten by dogs, but the dogs lick up his blood. Ooh, that's nasty. As stated before, it is crucial not to miss that the Jezebel spirit can only thrive in the presence of an Ahab spirit. Look at that. Unfortunately, the Jezebel spirit is what happens when the flesh takes action. So no sinner needs help to act like a Jezebel. I'll do what I want, when I want it, how I want, and if getting what I want requires others to be destroyed, so be it. The Ahab spirit can only thrive when Jezebels are around, because if she's doing all the work, then why should I lift a finger? Now that we've established this, okay, the Ahab dynamic and Jezebel dynamic, it's important to apply our understanding to three separate areas. Okay, what are they? In the family, in the world, and in the church. It says in the family is the core social unit upon which all of society is built. Now, they don't say this here, but anyone that's been alive for however long can see that the family has been destroyed in a lot of neighborhoods and in a lot of places, locations, okay? This is not by accident. This is by design, okay? A lot of families are not together. They don't have a father, they don't have a mother. There are a lot of single parents. There's a lot of things, moving parts to this. This is not by coincidence. As Miss Mary says, there are no coincidences, and I have to agree with her. Okay, it's by design. The family is the core. So in a family, the husband is called to be a faithful protector, and the wife is called to be the supportive nurturer. Okay, not to mean that her part is any less important. The mutual love and respect between the husband and the wife serves as the model by which to raise the children, okay, or to be raised up in the things of the Lord. I refer to it Ephesians 5:22 through Ephesians 6:4. So men are called to act like men. So this is something that I talk a lot of times with Miss Mary about, thinking about this society, let me go back. This society has totally made attempts, and they're being pretty effective in a way of blurring the line between what is a man and what is a woman, and carrying yourself in that fashion. What is a man? Okay, he's a protector. He has integrity. A woman, what is she is? She carries herself with beauty, grace. She has virtues. She has a brain. She's not just someone twerking and doing other things. Okay, she can be alluring. She can be a lot of other things, but she's not just one big female organ. Okay, and don't get me started. So there's a lot going on here. So when you blur the lines between certain things, it's just a hot mess. They don't say that here. That's just my take on it, okay, of a man. What is a man? When you look out into the world, okay, these things it's not good, okay? they say, and they go back to saying it's empowerment, it's this, it's that, it's the third one, the first, the second, and the third. But no, it is the actual disintegration of everything. It's what it is, okay? And people may hear me and may think that I'm, still people think that I am, making a big thing out of nothing, but it isn't, because if you really think about it, everything's falling apart. Okay, everything is literally falling apart, and you have to look at the causes. Remember, we've talked about this before, cause and effect. For those of you who may not believe in religion, but you do believe in science and the laws of gravity and logic, okay? Why is everything falling apart? Cause and effect. For everything, there's a cause, and those are the effects, okay? So it says, wow. Men are called to act like men, and women are called to act like women. There is no allowance for swapping roles in God's economy. But if you're rejecting God, then of course, no. Okay. Furthermore, there are many relationships within the family that are primary, outside of a person's relationship to Christ. Now, Jezebel will try to usurp, if you will, control, and tell parents that she wants to parent for them. Or she'll try to redefine the roles of the husband and the wife, but in her vision, okay? Don't be an Ahab and simply roll over. So, for example, your children are not their school's ultimate responsibility, okay? Nor are they even your church's ultimate responsibility. The government certainly is not a co-parent with you. Parents take responsibility for your children because God has made them your responsibility. That's why we've seen a lot of things, and you hear of schools and different entities surpassing the family and the family unit and making decisions for your children. Okay. I'm not going to get into all of that right now, but I think we all know what I'm talking about. There are different things that are going on that really were never supposed to happen. So the next one we're going to look at is in the world. Okay. So in this point relates to the first. In the West, in the last 2 years, what we have seen is an explosion of this particular Jezebel influence or spirit. Secular authorities have used crises to tell citizens what they should do with their own health and with their own children's health. Oh, I think they might be touching on it. How they should work and how they should travel, just to give a few examples. Unfortunately, secular authority often grows out of the soil, if you will, of a Jezebel influence or spirit, because when you give the flesh an opportunity to control others, it will gladly take it. But according to God's word, secular authority, just like parental and church authority, is limited in its jurisdiction. Government power is defined by a sphere of control, and the government has no authority outside of that sphere. It doesn't, for example, intrude on either the family or the church. This is an often missed point of Christ's words at Luke 20:25. Okay, and what is it? What does the Lord say? Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar, and to God the things that are God's. So basically the bottom line is there are some things that do not belong to Caesar, if you will. It's no surprise that the language here at Luke 20:25 is echoed also in Romans 13, verse 6 and 7. The chapter in the New Testament that gives Christians the clearest instructions on how to interact with the state, if you will. The point is that secular authority must be disobeyed when it instructs us to sin or when it seeks to impose its power outside its assigned sphere. When Jezebel tries to call the shots in your home or your church, the answer should always be no. You were just listening to Teachable Moments with April podcast. I truly hope you enjoyed this episode.